Today I'm going to make some compost juice or compost smoothie to fertilize the soil for my balcony garden. I don't buy any fertilizers. I just use food scraps, coffee grounds, newspapers, plant cuttings, and because I live in an apartment in the city and they don't collect organic waste separately, so this is one way to use that. So what I have here is just lots of food scraps, onion peels, eggshells, the pineapple top, the leaf on the top, and I think I've got banana skin which I'll have chopped down into small pieces right at the bottom, and nut shells and various other things, and some leftover veggies. And to balance it, I've got some newspapers and coffee grounds, used coffee grounds. I've tried to balance this as much as possible so that there isn't too much of anything. For example, I've learned that if you have too many fruit peels and onion skins, then it can be, the compost mix might be too acidic. So it's better to balance it out by using a mix of things. So eggshells for some calcium, banana skins for some potassium, and nuts and veggies, and just a mix of things. And I'm going to use my blender to mix everything and turn it into a juice. So that's the next step. Grounds. Some newspaper. Some water. This is what it looks like once blended. Quite chunky, and did heat up a bit the blender during the process. So what I'm going to do is mix this with water before I use it. So I'll take this in here. And a bit more water. I don't really measure anything. I'd say about maybe 1/3 of a jug, maybe, what is that? And so that's what the mixture looks like. Still too thick, probably. I'm also going to use a little bit of warm water to help. So it looks like compost tea now. So this has significantly speeded up the decomposition process, and there's still some bits there, but that's okay because I'm going to put this in soil rather than into the plant pots. Just let it compost some more, mix with soil, and then we'll use the soil eventually around springtime, because it's now December, end of December 2021, and most of my plants are not growing, or they're dormant, so they won't be using the fertilizer much, but they will eventually, so they should be ready in time for spring. It's night time or evening time. Actually, it's only about 6 o'clock, but it's dark already. Anyway, so I'm going to put my compost juice into this soil that I'm not using at the moment, and it's basically 2 pots of soil stacked on top of another. I'm just saving them for spring, and you can see the second pot there, it's quite dry. I haven't watered it. This one is a bit more moist, and on top of this sits my sage plant. So I'm just going to tip this juice into this, and this should eventually work its way down to the second pot. Good for the worms and everything. Rinse this down into there as well. And this sits on top. You can see it's already trickling down into the plate below eventually. So hopefully none of it goes to waste. And in a couple of months' time, I'll use that soil. This is how the balcony garden is looking. December 2021. Most things are not growing, so it's not looking good. Somebody described it as looking like a cemetery. I don't think it looks that bad, but needs some work, so I'll do that over the holidays. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching.